3, 2, 1.
All right, let's get into this intuitive reading, this intuitive message for Quavo and Offset. They had a performance yesterday, so let's just look at the overall energy of the performance that they did in tribute to Takeoff. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Oh, thank you, ancestors. Moving in love and light. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself, okay? So the overall energy of the performance yesterday between Takeoff, for Takeoff, that Quavo and Offset performed yesterday. Here's the energy. So we do have throwing 3 sheets to the wind. There is some blowing off steam, rebellion, merriment, overindulgence, and trying to escape. There is some communication. This is supported by the ancestors. They are trying to get grounded with this performance, and there is divination, a practice or a prayer in regards to the overall energy. The download is that they were calling on his energy, calling on the strength and the power of his energy, okay? Because like we always say, energy never dies. And then we have a musical instrument and a beverage. So they're overindulging in a beverage and they're making music. So Spirit is also acknowledging that this is, it says a triumph, self-esteem, confidence, accolades, fame, accomplishment, talent. What I'm hearing is a tribute. And this adds layers to the cake for both people involved and also for Takeoff's energy involved. It infuels it. You know what I'm saying? It gives it power. People don't really die until you stop saying their name. And so they're going to continue to say his name. May he rest in peace. But yes, is acknowledging his accomplishments, acknowledging his fame, acknowledging his accolades. Okay. So when they say they're blowing off steam in order to acknowledge who Takeoff was, but this also infuels who they are as well, and what they are continuing to do, the work they do while they're still in this realm. We are in the realm of choice, and that is a download. And so, every choice has a what I call a consequence, be that good or bad. So let's see what the outcome is when we let the universe do what the universe does. Spirit is also acknowledging that this has to do with Hollyweird. This is my Hollyweird card, catching every day. Catching lightning bugs, happiness, everyday magic, childhood, simple pleasure, wonder, and a secret wish. And so here we go with this card. And so this was something that someone wished, something that someone wanted. This is what we're not seeing. It is communicated. I see blue. It is supported by the ancestors. I do see a tree. I see light, which allows me to, just enforces or confirms, thank you, Spirit, confirms that this has to do with the solar plexus, I can chakra. All right, so let's just dive a little bit deeper. How does Offset currently feel about Quavo, current energy? Thank you, Spirit. All right, he feels like he is lazing. There is some disinterest, some false start. This is just how he feels. Quavo's energy is towards him. No response. And this has to do with being too big for your britches, arrogance, vanity, self-importance, being high and mighty, modesty is needed. There is a wilted flower, which means wilted love. So he's acknowledging this energy when it comes to Quavo. He's also acknowledging that, there was an argument between these two, barking up the wrong tree, dead end, stalemate, not now, a lack of clarity, perspective shift is needed. So he's still acknowledging that there's still some distance and some issues that they have to get over, and that Quavo is still harboring some type of resentment or some type of grudge toward him. Now, what's Quavo's energy towards Offset? Thank you, Spirit. Ashe to the ancestors, ashe to the universe. All right. Okay, so he's acknowledging that there's something like be quiet. There's silence and discretion here, equanimity, consideration, and privacy. So it's either he's saying, I'm going to be quiet about this dude, or this dude is still quiet about what happened in Georgia. What happened in Georgia, or do they have Georgian roots? Georgia, the state of Georgia, but it's communicated, and it was a delicious experience. It was emotional. So he's like, I'm quiet about this little situation you had, bruh. He's still quiet about it. He still ain't said what he wanted to say about the situation when it involves Takeoff. And so this is just the energy that's coming through when I'm asking, how does Quavo feel about about Offset? How does Quavo feel about Offset? He still's got some resentment, and he's still saying, I'm quiet about something, just like the cards acknowledged previously, but there was some type of flirtation or delicious experience, and he's like, I'm still quiet about that. He's still acknowledging, though, too. He's like, were you raised in a barn? He's like, Offset needs to get grounded. Offset, he's directionless. He needs to get, he just goes with the wind. Where's this air sign coming through? Poor manners, lack smack attack, discourtesy, impoliteness, social grace is required. Right now he's saying, you know what, if the good Lord is willing, the creek don't rise. This involves a water sign. He said everything is cool right now, but there is a treasured objective. There's a purpose, determination, smooth sailing, and assistance. There's mountains in the background, which lets me know that there's been some ups and downs. You know, the thing that watch your back. That's the spirit. The energy that's coming through is like, you know what, watch your back, because he's not going to forget. He ain't forget. He ain't forgot. Okay. All right. What is the current energy about the performance that Offset and Quavo did in tribute to Takeoff yesterday? What is the overall energy? Thank you, Spirit. There's some type of synchronicity, some type of numbers. Y'all pay attention to the number, the time that they performed, the time that they ended. There's some type of synchronicity. There's a message in the midst of that. Money. In regards to this performance, money. Okay. But the money was walking and talking. There's also an intuition. Intuition was a part of this. Like, follow your intuition. I do see eyes from space watching. There's this hope to get things into alignment. Rainbows represent alignment for me. And then you see the earth, like to get in alignment with communication, but also get in alignment with your heart chakra. Green and blue, that's what those represent for me. So this is just intuition, like that gut feeling trying to get our attention. So it wasn't just the money, but it was also their intuition, which had them come together and connect in this kind of way. So what are we not saying about the performance? So they received something, but they did receive a lot in doing this. So it was money, they used their intuition, and they are receiving a lot in doing this performance in tribute to Takeoff. Okay. Overall energy in regards to the performance that Offset and Quavo did in tribute to Takeoff. Overall energy. Thank you, Spirit. One card, please. One card, please. Thank you. Solitude. You pull back knowing you have a lot inside of you. There are too many disappointments caged in. Despair oppresses you. You have not taken accountability for the way you compromise your wants and needs. There's a chance you were missed or betrayed by someone dear to you. You have been emotionally taxed and have nothing to show for it. There's an energy in them two performing that someone hurt the other. Okay? All right, let's keep going. How does Takeoff currently... How does Offset currently see Quavo? Current energy. Offset currently sees Quavo as the nomophobe in reverse. Detaching, facing fears, panic, loss, letting go, anxiety, breaking habits, boredom, social anxiety, worst nightmares, restless and detached. That's how. Okay. And how does Quavo see Offset current energy? The Mask. Protection, hiding true feelings, precaution, holding back, disguise, safety, keeping an eye out, security, false self, half truths, fears. And Spirit keeps saying, look at this female. So this female has something to do with it. I don't know why, but it just was like pointed out. And then we got 13 on there. So what's that about? All right, let's keep moving on. Overall energy around the tribute to Takeoff performed by Offset and Quavo. Thank you. Returning home because there's a delay and there's nowhere to go with the Six of Swords, air sign energy. Reclaiming their power subconsciously, seeking freedom and leaving a bad situation with the Devil card could involve leaving this air sign. In the middle of the deck, due to poor choices, missed opportunities, and a lack of choice with the Seven of Cups, creating a lot of emotion. So whoever is making these bad choices with this water sign, okay? How does Quavo currently see Offset? Knight of Cups. Quavo sees Offset as a charmer, a gentleman, a Prince Charming, negotiations, romantic proposals, like, you know, definitely handing out that romance card, okay? Subconsciously, he's saying that he's also holding on to the past when it comes to him because of a fear of change and because he sees negative patterns, like he's going to do it again. Death card in reverse. With the Ace of Cups, he is acknowledging that there's some kind of celebration here, that there's some kind of new love or some type of something like a social event, which brings a lot of celebration when he talks about that. How does Offset currently see Quavo? Offset is acknowledging that Quavo is faking happiness, stagnation, low self-esteem with the Eight of Cups due to this emotional water sign or just being very emotional. He's also acknowledging that subconsciously there's some kind of celebration here. Again, it keeps saying this for both of them of a social event. Could be the event that they did yesterday, the performance that they did yesterday. But there's also an energy of proposals, fertility, and new love. They both get the same card. What we're not seeing is he's acknowledging that there was a conflict, an imbalance with the Lover's card. He's saying what we're not seeing, and so this kind of disrupted their foundation because he was stuck between two choices. What's the overall energy for Quavo and Offset? Thank you, Spirit. Growing up. Acknowledging that there's been some abuse, like within childhood, one or the other. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes, but letting go of the past with the Six of Cups that involves a water sign or just very emotional. Spirit is acknowledging that subconsciously this caused a separation between them, why they lost interest, and why it was an unhappy couple. Two of Cups, again, involves a water sign, or it's just very emotional. In the middle of the deck, this person created insecurity for these two. And it's like moving forward even. Like, it's just a lot. It's something that even though they want to like let bygones be bygones, it's like, I'm going to watch my back when it comes to you. I'm faithful, blocked intuition with the Queen of Cups. Again, this was a female or water sign or creates a lot of emotion. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.